Good evening. This is All India Radio. I'm Anubha Rohatgi, and with me is Aditi Lumba with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India playing central role in global vaccination against COVID-19. Calls for making country a hub for spiritual and wellness tourism. Prime Minister reiterates India's commitment to Paris Agreement on climate change and to work constructively for successful outcome at COP26. Amazon India to commence manufacturing of electronics products in the country. Over 87 lakh people administered COVID-19 vaccine in country so far. And in cricket, India beat England by 317 runs in second test at Chennai, level 4 match series 1-1. As the nation fights the COVID-19 pandemic, we begin with a message of precaution to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki doori for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that India is playing a central role in global vaccination against COVID-19. He said, at the time the world needs the vaccine for COVID-19, India is proud to send it all over the globe. The Prime Minister was addressing a program to mark 75 years of Sri Ramchandra Mission through video conferencing. Mr. Modi said, the world is looking at health and wellness very seriously, especially after COVID-19. He called upon the people to work towards making India a hub for spiritual and wellness tourism.
India is playing a central role in global vaccination. Our vision for wellness is as much global as it is domestic. Friends, the world is looking at health and wellness very seriously, especially after COVID-19. India has much to offer in this regard. Let us work towards making India a hub for spiritual and wellness tourism. Our yoga and Ayurveda can contribute to a healthy planet. It is our aim to present this to the world in a language they understand.
Speaking on India's focus on wellness, the Prime Minister noted that the Indian idea of wellness goes beyond merely curing a disease, and there has been extensive work on preventive healthcare. Mr. Modi pointed out that India's flagship healthcare scheme, Ayushman Bharat, has more beneficiaries than the populations of America and many European nations. He said it is the world's largest healthcare scheme, and the prices of medicines and medical equipment have been lowered. The Prime Minister said India has undertaken some of the world's largest public welfare programs in the last 6 years, and the efforts are aimed at giving the poor a life with dignity. Mr. Modi said the country is following a human-centric approach to furthering global good.
India is following a human-centric approach to furthering global good. This human-centric approach is based on a healthy, balanced, welfare, well-being, wealth. In the last 6 years, India has undertaken among the world's largest public welfare program in the world. These efforts are aimed at giving the poor a life of dignity and opportunity.
The Prime Minister said from universal sanitation coverage to social welfare schemes, from smoke-free kitchens to banking the unbanked, from access to technology to housing for all, India's public welfare schemes have touched many lives. Mr. Modi highlighted the growing global seriousness towards yoga and meditation. He also noted the growing challenge of depression and expressed the hope that heartfulness programs will help in tackling that. The Prime Minister said disease-free and mentally strong citizens will take India to new heights. The Prime Minister said our yoga and Ayurveda can contribute to a healthy planet, and it is our aim to present these to the world in a language they understand. Referring to India's handling of corona, the Prime Minister said that alertness of 130 crore Indians became an example for the world. The household wisdom and yoga Ayurveda played a big role in this. The Prime Minister lauded the Ramchandra Mission for instilling meaningfulness, peace, health and spiritual well-being among the people. He also praised the mission for popularizing yoga. The Prime Minister said in today's fast and stressful life, when the world is fighting lifestyle-related diseases and pandemic, Sahaj Marg, heartfulness and yoga are like a beacon of hope for the world.
आज विश्व भागम भाग वाली जीवन शैली से उपजी अनेक बीमारियों से लेकर महामारी और अवसाद से लेकर आतंकवाद तक की परेशानियों से जूझ रहा है। ऐसी स्थिति में सहज मार्ग, हार्टफुलनेस, ये कार्यक्रम और योग विश्व के लिए आशा की किरण की तरह है।
Earlier in the day, the Prime Minister laid the foundation stone of Maharaja Suhel-Dev Memorial and development work of Chittora Lake and Bharesh district in Uttar Pradesh through video conferencing. Mr. Modi also inaugurated a medical college in the name of Maharaja Suhel-Dev. The event marked the birth anniversary celebration of Maharaja Suhel-Dev. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister Modi said, "The contribution of great people like Maharaja Suhel-Dev cannot be forgotten, and that it is a misfortune those people who sacrificed their lives were forgotten in the history." The Prime Minister said the development work started on the occasion of Basant Panchami will inspire people, and the medical college inaugurated today will provide better medical facilities in Purvanchal area. He said it will not only heal the patients of adjoining areas but also the people of Nepal. The Prime Minister said a lot of work is being carried out in Uttar Pradesh to boost tourism, including international airport at Ayodhya.
उत्तर प्रदेश तो पर्यटन और तीर्थाटन दोनों के मामले में समृद्ध भी है और इसकी क्षमताएं भी अपार है। चाहे वह भगवान राम का जन्म स्थान हो या कृष्ण का वृंदावन हो, भगवान बुद्ध का सारनाथ हो या फिर काशी विश्वनाथ, संत कबीर का मगहर धाम या वाराणसी में संत रविदास की जन्मस्थली का आधुनिकीकरण, पूरे प्रदेश में बड़े पैमाने पर काम चल रहा है।
The Prime Minister said new farm laws are in the interest of farmers, but they are being misguided. He said Yogi-led government in the state has paid dues of sugarcane farmers and doing best for the welfare of farmers.
जो नए कृषि सुधार किए गए हैं, इनका लाभ भी छोटे और सीमांत किसानों को सबसे अधिक होगा। उत्तर प्रदेश में इन नए कानूनों के बनने के बाद जगह जगह से किसानों के बेहतर अनुभव सामने आने भी लगे हैं। इन कृषि कानूनों को लेकर भांति भांति का प्रचार करने की कोशिश की गई। ये पूरे देश ने देखा है कि जिन्होंने देश के कृषि बाजार में विदेशी कंपनियों को बुलाने के लिए कानून बनाया, वो आज देशी कंपनियों के नाम पर किसानों को डरा रहे हैं।
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath was also present on the occasion. Governor Anandiben Patel virtually participated in the event. British MP and President-designate of the 26th UN Climate Change Conference of the Parties, COP26, Alok Sharma called on Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. COP refers to the decision-making body of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, the 26th session of which will be hosted by the UK in November this year in Glasgow. The Prime Minister and Mr. Sharma discussed India-UK collaboration on climate change issues in the run-up to COP26. Prime Minister Modi reiterated India's commitment to the Paris Agreement and to work constructively for successful outcome at COP26. Mr. Sharma warmly recalled Prime Minister's address at the Climate Ambition Summit in December last year. Mr. Modi also expressed his commitment to work with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson to further strengthen India-UK ties.
Union Minister of Finance Nirmala Sitharaman today addressed the directors of Central Board of Reserve Bank of India. She explained the thinking behind Union Budget 2021-22 and the priorities of the government. During the discussion, the board members made various suggestions for consideration of the government. The External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today held a virtual meeting with Foreign Minister of Cyprus, Nikos Christodoulides. During the meeting, both leaders reaffirmed the deep and historical friendship. The ministers reviewed the bilateral cooperation and discussed major regional and global developments. The conversation reflected the shared perspectives of India and Cyprus.
You're listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India playing central role in global vaccination against COVID-19 calls for making country a hub for spiritual and wellness tourism. Prime Minister reiterates India's commitment to Paris Agreement on climate change and to work constructively for successful outcome at COP26. Amazon India to commence manufacturing of electronic products in the country. Over 87 lakh people administered COVID-19 vaccines in country so far. And in cricket, India beat England by 317 runs in second test at Chennai. Level 4 match series by 1-1. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Amazon India will start manufacturing of electronic products in India. To begin with, it is going to start manufacturing of Amazon Fire TV Stick from India. The announcement came after Electronics and IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad's virtual meeting with Amazon's Global Senior Vice President and Country Head for India, Amit Agarwal, today. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Prasad said, India is an attractive investment destination and is poised to become a major player in the global supply chain in the electronics and IT products industry. He said the government's decision to launch a production-linked incentive scheme has received tremendous response globally. The minister welcomed Amazon's decision to set up a manufacturing line in Chennai, as it will enhance domestic production capacities and create jobs as well. He added that it will further our mission of creating an Atmanirbhar Bharat which is digitally empowered. Amazon will commence its manufacturing efforts with contract manufacturer Cloud Network Technology, a subsidiary of Foxconn in Chennai, and start production later this year. The device manufacturing program will be able to produce hundreds of thousands of Fire TV Stick devices every year, catering to the demands of customers in India. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari today said that FASTag was the only option for facilitation of transport and there was no other way, speaking to media persons in Chennai. The minister said that there was a need to promote alternative fuels other than diesel and petrol. He told that the government will involve successful private industries for research, development in micro, small and medium enterprises sectors. The minister said that under Atmanirbhar scheme, industries should give importance to good design, quality and standard processing for boosting exports. Later in the evening, Mr. Gadkari inaugurated road safety schemes in the city. The minister said Tamil Nadu has become a pioneer in reducing the road accidents by 50%. He told that all the other states should follow Tamil Nadu model for road safety.
Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Dharmendra Pradhan, today said that the country is creating a global model of energy justice by balancing its accessibility and affordability. Mr. Pradhan said that India will chart its own strategy and pathway for green energy transition. The minister was speaking at the joint conference of the 11th World Petro Coal Congress and World Future Fuel Summit in New Delhi. Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi today offered a chadar on behalf of Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Ajmer Sharif Dargah of Sufi saint Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti on the occasion of 809th Urs. Mr. Naqvi read out the message of the Prime Minister in which the PM conveyed greetings and best wishes to the followers of Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti in India and abroad on the occasion of the annual Urs. Mr. Modi said this annual celebration is a beautiful example of social unity and brotherhood. Harmonious coexistence of various religions, sects and beliefs associated with them is a magnificent heritage of the country.
Puducherry Chief Minister V. Narayansamy today claimed that his government still enjoys a majority. With the resignation of the Congress legislator John Kumar today, the strength of both the ruling side and opposition has become equal with 14 members each. More from our Puducherry correspondent.
Talking to news persons after a party consultation meeting here, Chief Minister Narayansamy said that he would function as per the provisions enlisted in the Constitution. Deputy Speaker M.N.R. Balan said that they are ready to prove the majority on the floor of the House. Government Whip Anandaraman and Welfare Minister Kandasamy said that there are some members in the opposition who do not want the government to be toppled and they will support the government on the floor of the House. Meanwhile, DMK South convener R. Siva MLA told news persons that the DMK will continue its support to the government to complete the 5-year term. Chandramohan, Air News, Puducherry.
BJP today announced the names of candidates for the by-polls for 2 Rajya Sabha seats in Gujarat. The by-polls will be held on 1st of March. Our correspondent reports that senior party leaders Dinesh Anand Wadia and Ram Mukaria will contest the by-polls. Mr. Anand Wadia is also the state BJP's OBC Morcha president. Meanwhile, Congress has yet to announce the names of candidates for the by-polls. The by-elections for 2 Rajya Sabha seats in Gujarat was necessitated following the demise of Congress leader Ahmed Patel and BJP leader Abhay Bharadwaj.
The COVID-19 vaccination coverage to healthcare and frontline workers has crossed 88.5 lakh doses today. In all, 88,57,341 vaccine doses were administered through 1,90,665 sessions till 6 p.m. today. This includes 61,29,745 care workers who have taken the first dose and 2,16,339 healthcare workers who have taken the second dose, along with 25,11,257 frontline workers. The country's COVID-19 recovery rate improved to 97.32% with a recovery of more than 11,800 people in the last 24 hours. The Union Health Ministry said more than 1 crore 6 lakh people have already recovered from the infection. A total of 9,121 new cases have been reported in the country in the past 24 hours. The government today said that the cumulative positivity rate of COVID-19 infection in the country is 5.27% and declining. Briefing media in New Delhi, Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan said the active cases in the country are less than 1,40,000. He said 56 new cases per million population have been reported in the last 7 days in India. The Health Secretary said Ladakh, Jharkhand, Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Tripura, Gujarat and Goa have administered the second dose to more than 60% of the eligible healthcare workers.
We have given 1,70,678, which is 37.5% of the eligible population. Among frontline workers, 24,57,000 frontline workers have been vaccinated, which is 26.3%.
The Health Secretary said government has done disembarkations and mandatory RT-PCR tests for travellers coming from the UK. Mr. Bhushan said for those who tested positive, their genome sequencing is being done. He hoped that the government will follow the similar strategy for flights from South Africa and Brazil. The Director General of Indian Council of Medical Research, Dr. Balram Bhargav, said the ICMR-NIV is attempting to isolate and culture the South African variant of SARS-CoV-2. He said in India, the South African strain of COVID-19 has been detected in 4 returnees from South Africa. Dr. Bhargav said today India has 187 UK variant patients and all confirmed cases are quarantined and treated. Member Health in Niti Aayog, Dr. V.K. Paul said 24 countries have been sent COVID-19 vaccine from India so far.
The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program tonight will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. Dr. Aparna Agarwal from Lady Hardinge Medical College will participate in the discussion. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on toll-free telephone number 1800115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on the Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by #AskAIR.
The Enforcement Directorate has provisionally attached movable properties worth over 17 crore rupees of Amnesty International India Private Limited and others. The action has been taken in a money laundering case. In Madhya Pradesh, a bus carrying over 50 passengers fell into a canal in Siddhi district this morning after the driver lost control of the vehicle. 7 people have been rescued and the search and rescue operations has now been called off. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other senior leaders have offered condolences to the families of those who lost their lives in the bus mishap. More from our Bhopal correspondent.
The rescue operation has been completed. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has informed that 45 dead bodies have been recovered. These include 24 men, 20 women and 1 child. Earlier, a team of administration, SDRF and divers carried out extensive rescue and relief operation at the spot. Bus was going from Siddhi to Satna when the incident occurred. Prime Minister has approved an ex gratia of rupees 2 lakh each for the next of kin of those who have lost their lives. Rupees 50,000 would be given to those seriously injured, while Chief Minister announced ex gratia compensation of 5 lakh rupees each as immediate relief measure. Pooja P. Vardhan, AIR News, Bhopal.
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, who is also holding the portfolio of State Home Department, today informed the State Assembly during the discussion on calling attention motion that a special investigation team, SIT, has been constituted to probe into the grenade attack at a media house. On the 9th day of the ongoing budget session of State Legislative Assembly today, The Chief Minister said that the 4-member SIT headed by Superintendent of Police, Imphal West District has started probe into the grenade attack at the office of Pokna Farm and its sister publication People's Chronicle on 13th of February. Karnataka Revenue Minister R. Ashoka has informed that on the third Saturday of every month the functionaries of district administration will camp in villages. Speaking to media persons in Bengaluru today, the minister informed that the entire top brass of the district administration will camp in a chosen village and address public grievances. More from our Bengaluru correspondent.
In a drastic step to take administration to the last man, the Karnataka state government has decided to take administration to the villages and resolve local issues then and there. Revenue Minister R. Ashoka has said that starting this month on February 20th, the ministers, deputy commissioners, tehsildars will camp in 227 villages. The minister has chosen Hosahalli village in Doddaballapura to stay overnight. House-to-house visits will be held in the village. Applications and appeals of the public will be received. Physically challenged and old age people eligible for social welfare pension will be enlisted. SC and ST community beneficiaries will be identified. Health camps will be held. Schools and student hostels will be used for the overnight stay of the officials. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
A fake document is doing rounds on social media claiming that the dates for 2021 West Bengal Legislative Assembly elections have been declared. The Press Information Bureau has clarified that no such announcement has been made by the Election Commission. Basant Panchami and Saraswati Puja is being celebrated in different parts of the country today. People, especially students, worship Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom and knowledge, on this occasion. A report.
Basant Panchami and Saraswati Puja is the festival that marks the arrival of spring. On this day, devotees pay their obeisance to goddess Saraswati, who is regarded as goddess of learning and knowledge. Knowledge helps us in developing a positive outlook towards life in all spheres and helps us gain wisdom, prudence, and a better understanding of things around us, and leads to progress in different spheres of life. Nishit Kumar.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have extended their greetings on the auspicious occasion. Speaking virtually at an event in Uttar Pradesh, the Prime Minister said Basant Panchami is the most auspicious day of learning, and he prayed that the day invigorates the nation and brings enthusiasm in the country.
बसंत पंचमी की संपूर्ण देश को बहुत बहुत मंगल कामनाएं। मां सरस्वती भारत के ज्ञान विज्ञान को और समृद्ध करें। आज का दिन विद्या आरंभ और अक्षर ज्ञान के लिए बहुत शुभ दिन माना जाता है। हमारे यहाँ कहा गया है, सरस्वती महाभागे विद्ये कमल लोचने विद्या रूपे विशाल लक्ष्मी विद्याम देहि नमोस्तुते। अर्थात हे महाभाग्यवती ज्ञान रूपा, कमल के समान विशाल नेत्र वाली ज्ञानदात्री सरस्वती, मुझको विद्या दीजिए। मैं आपको नमन करता हूं।
Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar also greeted the people on the occasion.
In Japan, healthcare workers are set to get Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine tomorrow. They will be the first in the nation to receive the jab. The minister in charge of the vaccination program announced that about 40,000 medical workers at 100 hospitals across the country will be inoculated first. Health authorities across Japan reported more than 1,300 infections today with 101 deaths. A total of 644 people are currently in serious condition. The Sensex today fell marginally amid profit booking as stocks hit record highs in the previous session. Oil prices rose amid production hurdles. A report from the Business World.
BSE Sensex closed 50 points, or 0.1% down at 52,104. The NSE Nifty settled almost flat as it slipped 1 point, or 0.01% to finish at 15,313. On the other hand, broader market, the BSE Mid-Cap Index gained by 0.19%, while the BSE Small Cap Index appreciated by 0.43%. In intraday trade, Brent crude prices were trading around $63.20 per barrel, while WTI crude prices were around $59.90 per barrel. Arjun Chaudhary for AIR News.
In Jharkhand, a Jawan of the Central Reserve Police Force was today martyred during an anti-Naxal operation in the forest area under Serengda Police Station of Lohardaga district. Jawan Dileshwar Paras, who was seriously injured in an IED blast, was brought to Ranchi in a critical condition with the help of an Indian Air Force helicopter. He breathed his last at Medica Hospital in Ranchi. In cricket, Ravichandran Ashwin's all-round brilliance helped India beat England by 317 runs in the second test at Chennai to level the four-match series 1-1. Here is a desk report.
Local hero Ashwin took 8 wickets in the match and scored a sensational century on a tricky pitch as India wrapped the game in 4 days. Rohit Sharma with his 7th test century and Akshar Patel with a maiden 5-wicket haul were other key contributors for the home side as they dominated the visitors throughout the game. England began the day 4 at 53 for 3, chasing an improbable 482, and Ashwin made immediate impact as he bamboozled Dan Lawrence with his first delivery of the day as Rishabh Pant completed a neat stumping. Ben Stokes joined England captain Joe Root to put up some resistance for the visitors, but it was Ashwin again who broke the partnership as he had Stokes caught at slip. Earlier, Rohit Sharma's 161 along with half-centuries from Ajinkya Rahane and Rishabh Pant helped India score 329 after captain Virat Kohli won the toss and elected to bat. With this win, India have moved up to second in the World Test Championship table. The third and fourth test will be played at Sardar Patel Stadium in Ahmedabad on 24th of this month. Swati Rakheja, News Desk.
In tennis, Serena Williams produced a stunning performance to beat second seed Simona Halep and set up an Australian Open women's singles semi-final with Naomi Osaka. The 39-year-old American, bidding for a record-equaling 24th Grand Slam title, won against the Romanian. In men's singles quarterfinals, defending champion Novak Djokovic beat German 6th seed Alexander Zverev to reach the semi-finals. The Serb will face Russian qualifier Aslan Karatsev, who beat an injured Grigor Dimitrov.
President Ramnath Kovind today inaugurated the Rashtrapati Bhavan Krida Sthal in the President Estate, which includes renovated football ground and basketball court. On the occasion, an exhibition football match was played between the children of My Angels Academy, a trust working for the cause of underprivileged children. These state-of-art sports facilities are developed with the aim to cater to the needs of employees of Rashtrapati Bhavan and their families. Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. National capital Delhi is likely to have moderate fog. The temperature will hover between 11 and 29 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature will be 24 degrees Celsius, while maximum is expected to be around 27 degrees. Chennai to have fog or mist in the morning and partly cloudy sky later. The temperature will vary between 21 and 31 degrees Celsius. In Kolkata, there will be partly cloudy sky. The city will observe minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and a maximum of around 31 degrees. Srinagar, Jammu, Leh, Gilgit and Muzaffarabad will have mainly clear sky, while temperature will hover between 0 and 17 degrees Celsius in Srinagar. Jammu will have minimum temperature of 10 degrees Celsius and maximum of around 23 degrees. In Leh, minimum temperature will be minus 10 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 6 degrees. Gilgit will hover between minus 1 and 20 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad to have temperature between 8 and 25 degrees Celsius. In Dehradun, the minimum temperature will be 10 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 25 degrees. The city will observe mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Chandigarh will observe fog or mist in the morning and mainly clear sky later.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India playing central role in global vaccination against COVID-19. Calls for making country a hub for spiritual and wellness tourism. Prime Minister reiterates India's commitment to Paris Agreement on climate change and to work constructively for successful outcome at COP26. Amazon India to commence manufacturing of electronics products in the country. Over 88 lakh people administered COVID-19 vaccine in the country so far. And in cricket, India beat England by 317 runs in second test at Chennai, level 4-match series 1-1. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.